What's up, theme park fans? It's time for a special episode. I'm hoping I should have this out just in time, but today we're going to look at the evolution of the Magic Kingdom Park at Walt Disney World in honor of its 50th through quite a selection of maps over the years. So probably not going to go through all of them, but we're going to go through a few of them. So this is the oldest one I have in the collection. I snagged it off of I actually found it floating around in a attic, and I was like, well, one person's trash is another man's treasure. But yeah, so I'm not exactly sure when this is from. Take a peek inside and we should be able to find out. I want to say sometime in the 80s, because I do believe somewhere in here it does mention Epcot. So let's zoom in just a little bit. And yeah, you can see quite a few attractions that definitely don't exist nowadays, and very different kind of map than what you usually see. We'll zoom in right there. Zoom in on that one for you guys. So 1983. So this is just after Epcot opened. So as you can see, Main Street. Not too much detail. Take a peek over here at Adventureland in that corner. You've got a Frontierland without Splash Mountain, the Haunted Mansion. You can see the Skyway going over Fantasyland into Tomorrowland. And another neat little detail you can see on here is the original rocket jets. So pretty neat. A little bit of old school in here. So one of the things about this one that makes it a little bit different is the fact that they kind of do these little detail overview that show the different areas and break it down for you, which is, it's kind of neat. It's kind of like a precursor to what we got now in the Disney Experience or Disney World app, whatever they call it nowadays. But as you can see, it's got some stuff, shows you a little bit of an overview of the land, little descriptions about the rides, Tropical Serenade, Pirates, a couple of pictures. And if I seem like I'm going fast, it's just because I got it half a handful. I'm going to try not to make this video too long. But depending on how you guys think about this, if it's something you like, we got more, that's for sure. And not just Disney too. So so this is Frontierland and Liberty Square. Another thing I like to point out on this one's it has these kind of land logos, something you don't really see too much of. You can see how they mix the two together there. And you know, just kind of neat little bit of Disney history here. It's kind of falling apart. And zoom back out. So in here we got Fantasyland. Nice little thing here. Picture of 20,000 Leagues. And of course Tomorrowland. And a nice shot here of Space Mountain. I don't think I've ever seen this picture used again. I know we've seen the classic video that actually still plays in the queue, but unless that's a still from that, it's nothing I've ever seen. Some photo tips. Mentioning Polaroids. Don't see a lot of those anymore today. And like we said, this is definitely from the 80s, because this is actually kind of interesting. So you've got, I'll zoom in and make it a little bit more noticeable. So right there is your Disney World Village, or nowadays Disney Springs. And there's Epcot, and there's not much else in that area. And then, of course, you've got the Polynesian, the Contemporary, shades of green now, but the golf resort, River Country mentioned, the parking lot for it there, sorry, and the actual park itself, and Discovery Island, the roadways and whatnot. So a few other little bits, talking about what else there is to do at Disney, which I swear every time I've gone there's more and more. Oh, advertisement for Epcot, and Nice little blurry shot of a monorail going by. And a Disney Channel. Still very new at this time in life. So, and Polaroid must have been the official sponsor back then. So, yeah. So this is Magic Kingdom 1983. So we're going to take a bit of a jump, and we're going to look at from when my first experience was. So this is from anytime between December 18th and the 24th of 2000. So obviously the Christmas season, and you can see they got some holiday decorations. And on that last one we had Polaroid. Now we got Kodak. So now we're talking. Just some stuff that's going on. The Merry Merry Christmas Parade. The electrical parade, the new ride at the time, Buzz Lightyear, Space Ranger Spin, and the Fantasy in the Sky fireworks. And another thing I find kind of interesting is over here on the side, it shows you more things that you can do across the entire resort. We've got Blizzard Beach, Dinosaur, or it might have been Countdown to Extinction at this time, Illuminations, and Fantasmic over at MGM Studios. So, and then we got, you know, your food and whatnot up here, and the reason everyone pays attention, the map itself. So there's a few things I'd like to point out on this one that's kind of neat. So first, I like seeing is they actually have a Christmas tree in the middle of Main Street, which I think is kind of neat. Any of the parks I've hit, maps I've got from the holidays usually have little subtle details like that, and it's kind of neat they do that. Something you don't necessarily get nowadays with the digital maps in the apps. So work our way up, look at Adventureland. No flying carpets of Aladdin, and it's the Enchanted Tiki Room under new management. And then we'll look there at Frontierland and Liberty Square. And interesting to note here is we have it's called the Fantasyland Character Festival, but more known as the future spot of Ariel's Grotto and the former 20,000 League spot. But just a little bit more off to the side, we have Mickey's Toontown. By this point, it was the permanent edition, and yeah, you've got the what is now the still the Barnstormer, Mickey's house, and the railroad station. Yeah, kind of neat. Oh, another cool thing. This is gonna drive some people crazy, but it's kind of neat seeing this here. Fast Pass. How to do it. So this is definitely dating itself if we're talking about when Fast Pass was first coming into the service here. Back when you insert your park ticket into the machine. Obviously, nowadays Fast Pass is dead, and yeah. So, one other cool thing, at least I thought about these ones from this time, is they've got all the icons on the back, and again, nice advertisement for Kodak. Personal opinion, I like the one for MGM that has the Eiffel Tower. This one's from 2001. I'm pretty sure the next couple I've acquired from some friends along the way. Again, explaining how Fast Pass works, some tips. And since this is along a very similar style, just again pointing out, now there's not a Christmas tree here. Let me zoom that in. I also missed the detail on these maps. I do like the new ones, don't get me wrong, but just something about this, you know. And if we take a zoom in here, there's Aladdin flying over. Oh, and while I'm thinking about it, I mean, we've got plenty more where we'll have it, but Dumbo's where Dumbo always was for the longest time, before moving into his new home of Storybook Circus in the Fantasyland makeover. Again, another Kodak dad. just take a quick glance at this one. I don't think there's going to be too much different on this one. I'm guessing we're advertising, promoting the latest stage show. So, oh, and yep, Cinderella Surprise Celebration. And oh, the Share a Dream Come True Parade. So this must have been after the 100 Years of Magic would be my best guess. And change the format of it a little bit. Now we've got Ariel's Grotto up there, right in here, along with the Fantasyland Character Festival. Something I should point out on these, we got Timekeeper, and we've got the Alien Encounter. Never did either of them. If I could go back in time, I'd probably do Timekeeper, honestly. It sounds more like a Disney thing that I'd want to check out. Nothing against Alien Encounter. And again, you're going to notice in a lot of these, 2003, Kodak ads are predominant in the back. So now, I think I'm just going to briefly show this one. So we're advertising the new Mickey's PhilharMagic, which for the first time since it's open is getting a brand new scene soon, for displaying Coco. So hopefully they'll add some more stuff along the way. Again, more Fast Pass ads. Oh, Pal Mickey. I remember watching, if you stayed on site, they on one of the channels they talk about Pal Mickey and what he could tell you and whatnot, secrets inside the park, or something like that, I think. And again, not much has changed in these ones. We're gonna get to a point where I'm gonna kind of more skim through them because there's a lot of the same. But one thing at least to take note of in this one, we no longer have a lagoon, so we're creeping closer, and nothing in the what would become Stitch's Great Escape, which we're going to see on the next one. So again, not too many crazy changes here, but you know, there is at least some things you can see over time do change gradually. So now we have Stitch's Great Escape, and during the happiest celebration on Earth. And in my opinion, I think they went a little bit more all out celebrating Disneyland's with the castle decor than they did for Magic Kingdom's. I do not understand and get we're in a pandemic still, and Disney probably had to make a call whether it was to spend money on these things and these things, and then I don't think they skimped, but I do think this did set the bar a little bit high. See if you can see them on here. We've got different characters adorned, which I guess they kind of did go through with the character sculptures throughout the parks. The crest, which they're missing the bottom part that shows which parks, because this would change and show all 5 of the castles at the time. And then Peter Pan and Wendy and them flying off to Neverland. So, and yeah, we're advertising Stitch's Great Escape this time. And again, going back on that, the show Cinderella brought in from Tokyo Disney. Again, I get it. Disney had to make tough calls, but in my opinion, I feel like they did more at Disney World for Disneyland's 50th than they're doing for Disney World's. Like, all 4 parks got something new, which, again, you know, maybe Galactic Cruiser was supposed to be done and kind of count for studios. Who knows what was going to happen with Animal Kingdom. Obviously, we're getting at least a new ride at Epcot with Ratatouille. And Tron should have been opening with Magic Kingdom. Again, you know, we're all entitled to our own opinion, but I mean, I'm still excited to see what Disney's got in store. I know they're not gonna, well, I'd like to think they're not gonna skimp on us, but see what happens, the new regime. But Again, a lot of the same. Now we just got Stitch in there. Not too much different. A little bit cleaner up. Not as many dots and stuff all over the place. So. What do we got next? We're going to skip that one. Again, probably a lot of the same here. Yeah, I don't see too much. Oh, actually, I do see something here. Pardon the thud. My cats are running like crazy down here. We have the Pooh play spot now added. So we do have something new in this one. So, again, minimal, but more changes. Again, advertising, Cinderella Celebration up here. And then Stitch's Great Escape. So just, again, change is always around at Disney, which is one thing they've always been good at, is definitely trying to keep it fresh and relevant. So, naturally talking about changes, we're promoting the revamp of Pirates of the Caribbean, now featuring Captain Jack Sparrow. And, oh, we got an ad for PhotoPass finally on here. We still have Kodak in here. I feel like that's not going to last too much longer. And then the Wild About Safety things. And, not too much changed in here. Just in the description it does mention, oh, right here, Jack Sparrow joins the crew of Pirates of the Caribbean. Again, and not too much change. Oh, and again, Christmas tree. This might have been right about January, maybe December. Next one, not too much different, but Year of a Million Dreams. So we're at like sometime in 06. So again, a lot of these are in a bulk thing. We've got a little ad up here for Wishes. One of my personal favorite shows I've seen. They must have just rehabbed the Haunted Mansion and added some new spooks. And Monsters Inc.'s Laugh Floor is featured in this one. Another thing, at least I find kind of interesting, is that it tells you the different ways you can get to where from the Magic Kingdom. So, all right, and we're going to continue on. Sorry, we had a few things going on, so this is going to be the second half of this. I'm going to, again, put it all into one video, but we've got, again, more of the Celebrate campaign, and now we're announcing the opening of the Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor at the Magic Kingdom. Another neat thing, if you've ever ridden the buses, they have the pictures, but they have the Timon and Pumbaa Wild About Safety thing, and let's hope no one has that experience if they ever go on Dumbo. I don't think it'd be that fun. Well, it might be fun, depending on your point of view. You might be freaking out. Again, not too much has changed. Obviously down here we're again advertising the new Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor. So again, for a lot of these are within the same time period of things, so they're not going to be as crazy of a change, but we are getting to the point where there will be some changes coming up in the future. So yeah, I know this is starting to seem a little bit repetitive to a point. Trust me, I found a few extra things to make this worthwhile. So still this Celebrate campaign going on. Oh, what's this nice star in the hub mean? See if I can find anything that gives me a clue. I got nothing. Oh, yes I do. Sorry. The Move It, Shake It, Celebrate It Street Party debuts, which I guess has been around for, I feel like a while. I feel like it's still around a little bit. Well, I could be wrong what it's called nowadays. Oh, the Pooh Playground's gone. So we got to be getting near where New Fantasyland construction's kind of kicked in still. Because you can still see, we still have Dumbo hiding over here. I believe this is still Snow. Yes, it is still Snow White's Scary Adventures as well. So I know we're getting to the point where we're going to see some changes coming up on some of these with more recent additions in the near future here. You know, they really do like to advertise the DVC on these things and PhotoPass. Which, I mean, PhotoPass, honestly, it isn't a bad deal. I mean, I couldn't even tell you what it is nowadays, but, or what I got, but, cost-wise, but amount of pictures you get, like, and the fact that it's for a multiple amount of days, usually, if you get that pass, it's, honestly, is a very good value, in my opinion. So now we've got the partner statue on here, so we must not really have had too much, so we're into the age of digital. And what else do we got in here that's different? Oh, we've got, again, how to use fast pass. So we still have paper fast passes, and it's still regular fast pass. So we're getting there. We've got photo pass, mobile magic with Verizon. To download the application, which has wait times, finding your favorite characters, and making reservations. So it sounds like a very early version of a Disney World / My Disney Experience app, whatever you like to call it. So this is where the times begin to change. We get more closer to the regular days, and we do have some big changes. So I will zoom in. We have the beginning of New Fantasyland. So Mickey's Toontown is no more. And you can see where it's going to be going. Not too much else looks like it's changed on this one. I'll do like a little slow kind of view, the best I can here. We've also got an ad down here for the Main Street Electrical Parade. Magic Memories in You. See the castles transformed to a shimmering wonder. So we must have some projection mapping on the park on the castles at this time. So we're definitely getting into the next bit of all of this. So we're going into the new age. We still have Kodak sponsoring though, so Kodak must not have been bankrupt yet at this point. I know we're getting there. So now we've got another Christmas one. Yeah, we've got the dream lights on the castle in the picture. Mickey Minnie. I want to say this is at the Christmas party. If you've ever been, and you can tell me, yeah, this is a show that happens during it, please let me know. I've never personally been there. I've only gotten to the Halloween party. So again, we still have this mobile magic thing going on. The DVC hotel in Hawaii must have opened because they're advertising that down here. Okay, so I must be a little bit out of order here. Again, we still have a Christmas tree. So this one might have been an older one. I just got them mixed because you can see Toontown still exists. So yeah, when you have this many maps, after a while, you can't kind of just guess where they go in the lineup. So well, now it's making me question myself. So all right, one hiccup out of all of these. That's not bad. So fast tracking. We got Dumbo on the cover, so my hope would be we have a Storybook Circus now open, at least in this one. So, yeah, let's see what we got here. Again, the same advertisements that we had on the last couple, and we have a few new things here. Finally, For those of you who have stuck around this far, I appreciate it. There'll be a few bonus things here in the end. We're getting toward the end of the pile. The pile's getting low, but finally got some changes we can talk about. So let's zoom in. Let's start with the new shows and things. We've got the Sorcerers of the Magic Kingdom game, Magic Memories and You projection show going on. We still have the Electrical Parade and the Celebrated Dream Come True Parade. But let's zoom in up here, because this is where we've got the biggest change. So now Dumbo's been moved finally. Snow White's Scary Adventures is still listed on here. So this must have been right. Again, I'm just spitballing somewhere in here when they're still debating what they were going to do with the rest of it. Because I mean, originally Mine Train was never included in the plans. It was supposed to be more princesses, and if I'm correct, actually, the Tinkerbell Fairyverse kind of thing, and the other little sections. So this might have been right about that turning point where the plans changed, or where they finally started to bring that out. Because let's see, we've got what I remember a lot of people were calling in the beginning the Dueling Dumbos. Although it's only showing one on this at the moment, so maybe that second one wasn't quite in. And then we have the Barnstormer, starring the great Goofini. It's just called the Barnstormer on here. The Railroad Station and the Casey Jr. So we still don't have everything in here, but it's a start. And it's kind of neat to see this because of the fact that nowadays with the digital maps that are in the Disney experience, you don't really get to see how this looks like this. I've seen, I might have some in one of these bins back here. It actually shows the newer maps like this, with this still style of art and direction on it. So if I can find that quick, maybe I'll add that in this, but we'll have to see. I did not account for that when looking for this, because it's actually in a multi-group one, which might become a future video. So kind of neat to see that. You don't get to see that too often. And this looks like it's my last one with the Kodak sponsorship, so this might be the change. So now we have a whole big campaign for New Fantasyland with Belle and Beast Castle, obviously the big dining thing. So and we have the My Disney Experience app on here. So now we've got your attraction info, your GPS maps, and your dining reservations. So this map's going to look a lot different than the last ones. I'm going to go get on a field. And I'm surprisingly wrong. All right. I like a good surprise like that. So this is kind of neat. I totally forgot that I even had this like this. So we'll zoom in down here. And you can see how they bubbled off the new eateries in New Fantasyland. Be Our Guest and Gaston's Tavern. Never been to either. I've heard good and bad about both. But then we have Enchanted Tales with Belle, Little Mermaid Ride, and Ariel's Grotto. And then, of course, underneath you've got Dumbo and all the stuff over in Storybook Circus going on. Oh, we also have a Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique now in the castle. Times be changing. But for the sake of what we're interested in is we've got New Fantasyland in the old style. So, and you can see Princess Fairy Tale Hall still isn't quite together yet. So that's not listed here. You can see where Seven Dwarfs Mine Train is going to eventually end up being. You can actually see the detail there a little bit on Eric's Castle and the rockwork. And then the Beast Castle. And now we've got a second Dumbo over here. And the rest of the buildings for Storybook Circus, which is kind of neat to see. I totally forgot that they had a map like this. I don't remember this. Also, zoom in here. PhotoPass icons, where pictures can be done, which I think is kind of neat. Something different. And we still have wishes at this point in time, so that's kind of neat to see. I have seen Happily Ever After. I've seen Wishes. I've only seen Happily Ever After once, but I still personally prefer Wishes. It's still regular FastPass from the logos on here, so I don't think we've changed over to FastPass Plus. because, well, we'll zoom in on Frontierland. You can see under Splash and Big Thunder, they both still have the classic Fast Pass logo. Oh, and another, see, I'm finding changes now. Now I'm actually finding them. It's Walt Disney's Enchanted Tiki Room instead of under new management. And, the Town Square Theater, Mickey and Princess meet and greets still going on at this point, so. Interesting. I don't think I had one like that. And then you can see we're advertising PhotoPass on here now, which, like I said, I do enjoy it. I've had good experiences with it. I've had one off with it. I mean, it's definitely nice if you want to get it. So I do recommend that personally. And now we've got the download the My Disney Experience on here, the hashtag DisneySide Twitter tag, the new color coding with parks and the English and the flags, you know. We've got Mine Train, so we're in the new generation of maps finally. Again, more of an ad for the Disney Experience down here. And then the Festival of Fantasy Parade. Let me zoom in on that. Let me get a little bit better. And that dragon head that, if I remember, caught fire. I believe that it was at Magic Kingdom. I could be wrong. That could have been at Disneyland. You know, celebrating the magic, the projection show, wishes. You know, and the Fantasy Reigns tagline, which I don't think you see too often anymore. And then we go to the New Age, which when you're used to staring at it on the app and you can zoom in. The one thing I do like about these that you don't get on the paper ones is if you have the app, you can really zoom in and find a lot of detail on these. Like, they didn't skimp. Like, I'm not going to be able to show it, but if you zoom in on the Disney app and you look at the Space Mountain sign, it actually does say Space Mountain on it, which, I mean, goes right back down to the Disney never leaves any detail unchecked or unaccounted for usually. Again, we got the new, you know, My Magic Plus Service Center. So now we are in the generation of Fast Pass Plus. Yep, because as you can see right here, Fast Pass Plus logo. You know, got a little bit more details on which monorail line and boats go to what, and the buses. Telling what kind of entertainment we got. Slightly different castle. I'm trying to think, what are these Mickey heads mean? Character greetings. So we actually have character greeting spots throughout the park. I mean, they're all about where the lines usually are nowadays, now that I'm thinking about it. But we'll shift our attention back here where now we've got the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. So it's all coming around and coming together here. It's the Disney look that we know of today, and free Wi-Fi. Which, I mean, if you want people using a mobile app the whole time to do every little thing, I would hope you're offering at least some sort of Wi-Fi or a phone charging station. That's just me. And then again, Memory Maker and DVC, and of course, you know, buy yourself that Disney credit card. Go buy that extra couple $100 worth of merchandise, or buy an extra day or two of vacation. So now we have to move it, Shake It Dance Party. Still have wishes. Still got a lot of the same things. Oh, a new day. Ugh. I swear I know what I'm talking about. The new way to do fast passes. R.I.P. So how to do it on the app. Touching your ticket on there. I'm surprised they're not showing a Magic Band, honestly. And the kiosks. You know, I do get how people got frustrated with this. It took me a while to finally learn it. I mean, once you knew what you're doing, though, it really wasn't bad. Oh, merchandise pickup, delivery, and pickup. Sorry, I might have said that already. So we're talking about how you can get, you know, stuff brought to the front of the park to pick up on your way out, or if you're staying at a Disney hotel, that nice perk of, hey, we'll send it to your hotel. Which, honestly comes in handy, especially if you buy like something fragile or nice for your house. Like, and then again, another one, although it does look like they upped the coloring on it so we can actually see it a little better. I do apologize. I know there's a little bit of a glare. I'm doing the best I can with my particular filming things. Maybe I'll just leave that alone. I think I made that worse. Yeah, maybe not. 50-50. It's slightly better. And not too many different things changed at this point. I think it's still Stitch's Great Escape. Yeah, it is. Stitch is still escaping. You have another Fast Pass kiosk there. The one in Fantasyland and the one in Frontierland. Again, that's the only downfall with Disney for at least a little bit of this time was there wasn't super much going on, like big changes, I guess. I mean, unless you count, if you look at a map of MGM or Hollywood Studios, but which, I mean, if you guys like that, I do have more Disney maps and brochures. We could definitely take a look at that. That one might be a little bit more exciting. We've got a Halloween one for the Magic Kingdom. And we got Happily Ever After, the Festival of Fantasy, the Jungle Navigation Skipper Canteen. Not So Scary, the Disney Play app, and again, on my Disney Experience app. So, we're definitely seeing some changes in here. Again, I think the coloring actually gets better on these with age. Maybe they figured it out. Rocket Tower Plaza stage is actually mentioned here. That's interesting. And then Liberty Square ticket office. Trying to see if there's anything kind of unique in here and different. Nope, Stitch is gone. Stitch has left the coop. I don't know if I completely noticed, but I do think that did. If you've actually been paying a little bit more detail, I'm going to admit I haven't. The Speedway, I think, changed in size down there. And we cut off over on this end earlier when you could see more the back half of Splash Mountain / the train station. So. Nope. And then I totally speeding through and figuring it's going to be similar. Which, I mean, it is. You've got DVC and that. Now we've got, and the Memory Maker, VIP tours. Which, I don't know which one looks like they're having more fun. It might be the people behind. But, you know, if you got the opportunity, I'd go for it. So, and then they've got this one, which I couldn't tell you when this one was from. Actually, this might be 2019. That last one might have been 2018. Sounds about right, because I'm looking ahead. Again, not too much has changed at this point in time. The street party is now in. Mickey's Royal Friendship Fair on the castle stage. But not too much different. So I'm not going to dwell on it. So I already know this video is going long. Again, VIP tours and same ads. We've got the last and most recent one, which this is going to be January of this year, 2021. We got the ad for the experience. You can see they've started painting and prepping for the 50th. Because this is one of the ones I actually used. It's not in great shape, but asking to use the mobile app and mobile order and walk list, so that way, you know, we keep our distance. And then getting around the resort, tips and tricks. The back page ad's now on the front. I wonder if I folded this wrong. But we do have a few oddball things in this one, so we will first zoom in, and you can see the castle has changed colors. It's started to get that pink hue, which I guess I could have showed a little better on the last one. We've got this nice pink stripe thing hanging over part of the park for whatever reason. But yeah. Now programming, Tron Light Cycle Run, which I really do feel like, and this is, again, my personal opinion, had we not gone through a pandemic, I genuinely would like to believe that this ride should have been done and open for the 50th. I feel like, don't get me wrong, Epcot really does need the extra ride for capacity, but the Magic Kingdom is really the one celebrating the anniversary. That should have been the priority, was getting that one open first. I get Epcot had more things needed to be done, but come on, you're talking the park's anniversary and you're not even going to give it a brand new ride, and it's been almost 2000. It's been a while. I'm not even going to try to do the math because I don't want to get butchered about wrong amount of years, but again, because this is while things were still closed, we don't have a left floor. Stitch is left. Ariel's thing's gone. Tom Sawyer Island's kind of blank. But, and we have relax stations. So, yeah. So this is the last of my main maps. Oh, and then we've got COVID warning and health and safety reminders. I'm not going to go through all these, but just kind of neat to see a little bit of differences with the Spanish map covers. I'll pick the one with Walt and Mickey on it. Real quick, just see if there's anything really different. Oh, okay, kind of neat. We got an Earful Tower, which I really wish they would have found a way to relocate that somewhere in the studios. I think that's a shame that went MIA. Okay, so they're building new Fantasyland in this one. Again, not much is different besides the fact that it's in Spanish. And that little blurb of classic Disney images. Let's look at this. Let's see. They still have it on here. This has new feet. This is, again, that's why. Because it's around that time. We got a nice Sorcerers of the Magic Kingdom logo right there, though. See if I can blow that up anymore for you guys. So, not too much with those. And then we'll take a brief look at one of these, at my only Halloween party one. I mean, I did see some of the parading glances that I would have been shot if I didn't get to see that one. Or I would not have made it home. Let's leave it that way. Someone else really wanted to see their Hocus Pocus, so I don't blame them. But yeah, this not too much. We've got the trick or treat icons and where you can go get the I believe the bags apparel. Yes, event merchandise. And if I do remember correctly, this was the first time we had a few enhancements, if you will, to some rides. So, actually does mention them here. So, Halloween fun on Pirates of the Caribbean. So we had the live actor hiding on the bridge. I think they did something different with the lighting for Mad Tea Party. Don't quote me if I'm wrong. And they shut all the lights off on Space Mountain, which was neat. But, I don't know, something about Space Mountain without the blue energizing tunnel, it's just a little odd out there. But, something else to add into this. Where the Hocus Pocus show is. Special magic shots. Some neat little things. Showcasing the merchandise and, for all those Disney foodies out there, your special cupcakes and food stuff. I mean, I do enjoy the occasional special Disney treat, but that's not why I go. So, I know I've kind of pushed this video super long. Much longer than I'd like to have, but I got a few more interesting things here. So, I found this floating around. Like I said, I've acquired a bunch of random things, but we've got some vintage, colorful photos of the Vacation Kingdom. So, some old postcards. And actually, some characters I don't think you've seen. I did not know Geppetto walked around. I can't think of who that is off the top of my head. You got Brer Bear, Mickey and Minnie. Goofy and everybody. So we'll take a quick peek at these and see what do we got. Oh, it's a giant. Oh, okay. It's gonna be interesting. Not what I expected. So we got this nice. I'm gonna do this the best I can. I gotta literally hold this thing. I thought they were individual. So this nice little blurb about what is the vacation kingdom of the world. And that nice couple pictures there you've got of musical performance on Main Street. Now this one, I actually think I want to zoom in if I can. Let's see what we can do. Yeah. This is a nice, interesting shot because you kind of can see a little bit of everything. So for your Disney trivia buffs, this is, at this time, it's the Disney Golf Hotel Inn. Disney Inn. I want to say it's Golf Resort, but now it's known as Shades of Green, which is not actually owned by Disney anymore. It's owned by the U.S. It's not the government. It's where military families can go for a cheaper stay. And actually, since they sold it off, it actually makes money. You can see the Polynesian in the Contemporary. You can see Space Mountain and the castle, and you've got the land cleared that would one day become the Grand Floridian, but was supposed to be, if I'm correct, it's the Asian. I might be wrong. It might have been the Mediterranean, one of the two, because I believe the Persian was supposed to be built back on that side. And you kind of see the TTC there, and Discovery Island out there. So, kind of neat. Interesting little Ariel there. And then you've got It's a Small World. Liberty Square Riverboat. The Autopia, or Tomorrowland Grand Prix Speedway. Nice shot of the train station. A couple of our ghost friends on the Haunted Mansion. And it's amazing to see these old pictures where like it doesn't have all that foliage around it. And then the Nautilus. And some country bears. And an old Mark IV going through the Contemporary. Goofy at the Golf Resort. Alright, then again, monorail going through the hotel. Actually, more on the backside. Backside's different. Interesting. So now, Dumbo next to a Dumbo topiary. Which I don't think they have these anymore. Paddle wheel. That's definitely doesn't look the same anymore. Some serious changes. We've got Polynesian Hotel, Village water slides at the pool. And a nice aerial view of the Polynesian. It's kind of neat. You got Mickey and Minnie going for a stroll on Main Street and the Fantasy in the Sky fireworks. The Tricircle Ranch at Fort Wilderness. And the iconic shot of the dog holding the key on Pirates. Crystal Palace with a nice reflection, and a hoot and a holler at River Country. The only Disney water park I did not get a chance to ever experience. And never will, unfortunately. And then a nice old school shot of old Tomorrowland right there, and the rocket jets, and the elephants on the Jungle Cruise. I don't think I've actually ever looked at these, honestly, at least in a while. I've got oddball Disney things scattered. My wife would love for me to throw half of this stuff out, but that ain't gonna happen. Well, maybe one day. Maybe one day. Now, how did this all go back in there so nice and neat? Ah, there's a method to the madness. So, while we're at it, I got a few more things. I'm going to try to wrap this one up. But I figured I'd throw a couple of interesting little things in here that I found lying around over the years. See what's hiding in here. like I said, I got randomness out. Any way you can think about it. I've definitely got my fair share of random Disney and Universal stuff. So, trying to make it quick and simple. But, so we're looking at old school Disneyness. See if we can get it all in one shot here. So, what do we have all of a sudden? Magically appeared. There we go. I knew we could do that. I had faith. Maybe not. Maybe a little pixie dust to help. We've got some old school tickets in here. Various ones we've got. I could pick them up and show them. So we have one from the Disneyland 50th celebration, the happiest celebration on earth. So we have Cinderella Celebration, the new show that happened at the Magic Kingdom, just regular paper tickets. A couple of Mickey, or not Minnie, Donald, Celebrate one. Another one from the Disneyland 50th celebrating the arrival of Soarin'. I don't remember when these ones came from, but, you know, the Mickey and the gang on the teacups, or flying over the Magic Kingdom, or The Incredibles. One for my first trip in 2000, so obviously tried to put a hidden Mickey in here. Another rare, in nowadays, co-pilot license for the monorail, when you could go on the front. Front cab could only hold a total of 4 guests. Old school fast passes for 2 of the mountains, which I'm surprised half the writings on here. 2007. 2 different days, too. Interesting. And then this one I find the most neat. This is, I'm going to pull it off to the side. I want to say 88's the date on there. 1-day ticket to the Magic Kingdom. I also have one from Epcot. $23 a ticket with tax included. How about that? I wish it was that cheap to go to Disney. 86. The Epcot one has it a little bit better. Again, 1986. So, again, $23 to go to everything in Epcot. I was going to save that for an Epcot video, but I wanted to know the date on that one. It's a little bit of interestingness. So just some of the oddball stuff I got lying around. And I do have one little thing. I will try to skim through it quick, because this video is definitely going to be in the over an hour length. So I know I'm going to lose people's attention by now. But we're going to end it with what I think is a decent little thing I've got. So I'll give it a little bit zoom. This is a pocket guide to the happiest celebration on earth, which was obviously in honor of Disneyland's 50th. So I like this because it kind of shows what they did for every park throughout it. Obviously, Disneyland was the park that started it all. Without that, we wouldn't have all of these. But I guess, in my opinion, we wouldn't have the modern Disney resort if it wasn't for what Roy and the Imagineers and everybody over the last 50 years did with Walt Disney World. So I feel like, again, in my opinion, this celebration could be a little bit more grander than just restricted to Disney World. But that's just me. But I think it's a neat little pocket guide, because it shows everything. I wouldn't be surprised if this was the shot from Soarin', although if I'm right, that might be a little bit more centered over the castle, but who knows. But you have Sleeping Beauty Castle getting redone, Buzz Lightyear's Astro Blasters opening, and the reopening of Space Mountain at Disneyland Park in California. And then 50 years thing. Should be neat if Magic Kingdom had something like that. I don't think they will, though. Remember Dream Come True Parade. Or no, fireworks, sorry. Parade of Dreams. And then the Happiest Faces on Earth, which was those photo collages. There might be one on the next page. No, there isn't. That showed like all the different people over the years going to Disneyland, and they make it look like a giant Mickey or the castle or other things. I just know the giant Mickey one off of it. In the Pixar Block Party Bash, and you're seeing food and resort merchandise, which I know. Then we've got Walt Disney World Celebration, which Cinderella Castle getting swirls of gold pixie dust. And the golden icon with the different castles on it. Cinderellabration coming over from Tokyo Disneyland. The re-grand opening of It's a Small World. And obviously we're advertising Epcot's biggest change, Soarin', direct from Disney's California Adventure. And then the Hong Kong Preview Center, which I believe was in the China Pavilion, which would make the most sense. And over at Disney MGM Studios, we had Lights, Motors, Action, which you get a little preview shot there. And then Animal Kingdom had two things. You had Lucky the Dinosaur free roaming for a while. And then, obviously, the big one with Disco Yeti. Sorry, had to put that one in there. Expedition Everest opening. As well as, different other things. And a nice little Walt quote and a picture of the castle. And Tokyo Disney had the special show themed to California in the 50s. And Raging Spirits roller coaster opening at Tokyo Disney Sea. Disneyland Paris had Wishes coming over from Magic Kingdom. And then the relaunched Space Mountain Mission 2. Nothing at Disney Studios. Even the cruise line got in. Disney Magic Cruise. 12 consecutive 7-night cruises. They tried to do a little bit of something for everybody, and obviously the other big one was the opening of Hong Kong Disneyland with this nice little bit of concept art, and just web page for the whole thing. And yeah, so obviously, there's been a lot that's happened over the last 50 years with Disney, Walt Disney World, and the Magic Kingdom. But it's kind of neat to kind of take a peek at some of these old things and just look and see how things have changed over the years. But I do want to thank you guys for sticking with me if you managed to get through the whole one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was kind of neat going through some of this old stuff. And if you guys like this, leave mentions of other parks. We have a handful of Cedar Fair ones. Obviously, there's more Disney and Universal Orlando ones that you could definitely take a look at, and SeaWorld and other brochures. And I wouldn't mind making more videos like this. This is kind of neat to go through this stuff and take a peek at it and dig it out and just look at how parks have kind of changed in a very simple way versus hunting through archival footage. It's interesting to see what you can find in these old maps. Obviously, some more interesting than others. But I want to thank you guys for sticking it through this one, and give the video a like, and subscribe for more content like this, theme parks in general, and catch you next time.